you can access basic troubleshooting tools on a PlayStation 5 via something called Safe Mode. However, as some of the options within Safe Mode will result in the loss of data, before attempting to use Safe Mode, you need to make sure that you have backups of any game data and saves that are important to you. To place a PlayStation 5 into Safe Mode, we first need to ensure that our PlayStation is powered down. One way to do this is to press and hold down the power button on our console for roughly 3 seconds, or until our PlayStation beeps for a second time. We now need to wait until the status lights on our console go out. With our console now powered down, if we press and hold down the power button for 7 seconds, or until our console beeps for a second time, when we release our finger from the power button, our console will have placed itself into Safe Mode. We now need to connect a game controller to our PlayStation 5 using a USB cable. When we select the PS button on our controller, we are presented with the 7 options of Safe Mode. The first option allows us to end Safe Mode and restart our console normally. The next option allows us to manually change the display resolution being output by our PlayStation 5, which can be a very useful troubleshooting tool if our console is not properly displaying an image on our TV. Update System software will allow us to manually update the operating system on our PlayStation 5. Typically, we would use this option if we do not have an internet connection or we needed an alternative way to install an update. As the name suggests, Restore Default Settings will reset the settings on our console back to their defaults. As this will only reset the settings on our console but not delete user accounts or game data, we might use this option if we were experiencing networking issues or we were looking to reconfigure the network settings on our console. As the PS5 uses a database to index and manage the software assets that have been downloaded and installed onto the console, if the entries in the database become corrupted, it will affect the performance of your PS5. So by initializing a rebuild of the console's database, we will simply be reindexing the contents of what has been installed onto our game's console, which will in turn help to fix any performance or installation issues. Reset PS5 is a way to return your console back to its factory defaults. However, as this option will delete all user and game data on our console, we recommend that you only perform this action after you've made a backup of your game saves. Finally, we have the option Reset PS5 Reinstall System Software, which is a way to return your console back to its factory defaults by reinstalling a fresh instance of the system software. This option is particularly useful if you suspect that your system software has become corrupted. However, as this option will also delete all user accounts, any games and the game saves that you've stored on your console, before initiating this option, you should first make a backup. To exit out of Safe Mode, if we select the option Restart PS5, our console will reboot and return itself to normal mode.